Welcome to Soundcheck with Pastor Isaac. Today is episode number 184. And today we're talking about vertical worship. We're going to be just taking a snippet look at some of the worship videos that we did at the church recently. We did a workshop called Vertical Worship. And so I'm going to give you the introduction that we did to that and maybe a few other videos here and there that give you an idea of what vertical worship is. If you would like to check out the entire series, you will have to go to the Abundant Life Church of Christ's website and download it from there. It's called Vertical Worship. And it's about 5 or 6 different videos that you can check out right there. I hope you enjoy it. God bless you. So if you're the boss, if you're the employee, you have a voice. And sometimes people think, I don't have a voice. Yes, you do. Let something happen on your job and channel 12 or 6 or 8 or 35 or 65 show up with a mic and they say, sir, what happened? And they're going to listen to you for the voice that you have. And they're going to be wondering what happened. So yes, even on your job, whether you're that boss or you're that employee, you have something to say. And the voice was silent. And now we'll continue on. But the one person that gave you the voice, oftentimes we forget he's listening for our voice. He's the main one that's listening to our voice. Turn to John chapter 4, and we're going to look at a verse that we've looked at twice now throughout this series. And it is very important that we think about it like this. He is the first one listening for your sound, because he specifically designed your voice just for you. And sometimes he is the last one we think about to give him what he deserves and what he needs to hear and what he's looking for. Look at it together. Verse 23. Let's read it together. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. This is John chapter 4, verse 24. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. We've been saying that the whole time. And so it's very important that you realize that God is listening for you. Who's he listening for? I'm glad you said me. He's listening for your voice. Why? Because you've been fearfully and wonderfully made. God specifically crafted you just as he needed you to be, just as he desired you to be, just as he wants you to be. And you are beautiful the way God has made you. In Psalms 139, we've seen that verse 14, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works. Who are these marvelous ones? We are. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. We're not all excited about the earth. We're not excited about a tree or a diamond. Well, maybe some of us, but we're mostly excited about us because God made me. God made you. God has equipped us with the 5 senses. We talk about hearing, touching, smelling, tasting. What's the last one? Touch. All of those things. Every flower in the garden of God has a unique beauty and purpose. You see these beautiful arrangements over here that they prepare for the fall? Some flowers have a familiar fragrance sought after around the world, while others have a more delicate aroma. The more popular scents can be sometimes intoxicating to our olfactory nerves, but some are repulsive. Some we don't want to smell. Just as there are over 1,700 flower fragrances that exist worldwide, we also have thousands and thousands of sounds that bombard us every day. And we know what those sounds are because we are familiar with them, because we've heard them all of our lives. We're able to identify them because we've heard them often. And our experiences have taught us to understand what the sound is, and we are able to identify them with ease. Say familiar voices. My sound can't be for you, and your sound can't be for me. I remember one fun thing that Angela and I used to do, my sister Angela, and somebody actually tonight just found out that she's my sister. And they say they've been going here for 30 years and never knew that. All right. Now, trivia, y'all got to figure out who that was. And that came from me saying, that's my mama. That's your mama? Anyway, I'll give you a clue. They were at the door greeting us. All right, now you might know. All right, but we used to play this game, and when we called on the telephone, this was before we had call ID. We try to disguise our voice so that she wouldn't know who I was, or she would try to disguise her voice so I would know who she was. But it doesn't matter. We know each other. We've grown up together. We know each other. And as you are around people, you know their sound. God is listening for that sound that he put in you. He's not going to be fooled. First of all, he knows everything anyway. But we have to have that authentic sound that is us, that he's listening for. Now, all we have to do is hear somebody say hello, and you got them. Now, I'm going to try out an experiment, and I hope this works so that you guys can get the idea of what I'm talking about. And so I'm going to play some sounds, and I want you to just go with me for a moment and just try to figure out, who is this? If this person gave you a phone call and you heard them, I wonder if you would know who they were. Are you ready for the first one? All right. Let's try it.
Includes everyone. Because that's the only way this American experiment works.
If he called you, would you be able to know who that was? Everybody, who was that? Okay, you got that one right. That was an easy one. Let's try another one. I just got a few of them.
Fathers died, land of the pilgrims cry. From every mountainside, let freedom ring, and if America's to be a great nation.
Okay, so you got that one too. So if he called you, who would you answer to? God. You said that was God? Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, you got me. But whose voice was that? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. All right. So y'all got that one. All right, here's another. Y'all want two more? All right, let's try it.
My teeth, the swing in my waist, the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me.
All right, so who was that? Was it because of the tone of the voice, or was it because you know the poem? Because it could be anybody trying to recite the poem and try to sound like her. It was the tone. All right, distinctive. All right, I got one more for you. I'm not even going to throw you a curveball. What I really wanted to do was to record some of you all and see if everybody knew who you were. But y'all couldn't drive out to the country, so I said, well, this will be easier to do it this way. All right, so let's try one more. Y'all got some yet? Oh, I got a message.
He meditate day and night. Psalm 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day.
Okay, who is the voice? It is not Alexander. It's not an IA. It's not an AI. IA. I got it all mixed up. I'm going to tell you, I can't. It is not the Bible app. It's James Earl Jones reading the Bible. Luke, I am your father. Y'all used to him saying that, right? All right. Y'all used to the Darth Vader voice more. Okay, it's too late to say I did it because y'all ain't call it out. But anyway, the whole point of that is God is expecting a certain sound from you. Now, we're talking about when we come into the house to worship. We're not talking about at your home or on your job. We're talking about when your presence comes into his presence along with the congregants. We want to hear your sound. God is listening for that. As we gather together, we say that we are in corporate worship. Every voice should be heard. It's not enough that the worship team is singing. It's not enough that the dancers are dancing. It's not enough that the instrumentalists are playing. God is listening for you. We just read it. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. But it also said he's looking for such to worship him. We know that. That was John 4:23 is where we found that. And so every instrument in an orchestra has a certain timbre that we were just talking about. And it is set and designed specifically for a certain sound. God has given each one of us a certain timbre specifically designed for the sound that he wants. But sometimes we decide that we are not going to show up. And if we do come through the doors, we decide not to participate. Oh, my voice kind of scratchy tonight. What if we decided not to show up and to participate with the orchestra and it was opening night? Think about Richmond. People have flooded the box office and the concert is sold out at the largest venue for the orchestra in town, wherever that might be. Could the orchestra pull off the performance without your sound? Think about it. You got these people, they pay big bucks to hear you, and you haven't showed up. Or would they miss our sound at all? Is our sound insignificant? No, not to God. What will God's symphony sound like when that one key is missing? And that one key is you. We are a part of the body of Christ, and we must see our congregation right here as a major part of the orchestra of Richmond that lifts up that certain sound that God is looking for. Now, I'm going to do something, and I want an A flat. Can you play an A flat for me, Zan? Since you're sitting over there. Thank you. All right, now, I'm going to sing that note right there. You hear that note? Okay, that's my note. That represents me. I want you to see if you recognize this song, because this is my song that I'm singing. Sea dawns, wee twilights, stars per wee gallant. The flag say does that at wave, land and brave. Did it make any sense to you? But when you add it with everything else, it's going to make sense. Now, I'm going to add the other notes to it, but I decided not to show up. Uh-oh. Oh, say, can you, by the early light, what so proudly held at the last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts watch were so streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through night that our was still there. Oh, Star-Spangled Banner, or the of the free, the home of the. I didn't ask you to sing my notes because I'm not here. But that's the idea. Doesn't it sound weird when my part's missing? My whole part was missing. And so the whole significance of what was supposed to happen with the song, except for Andy ad-libbing in the back, you wouldn't have known what was going on. You wouldn't have. Thank you, Andy. Y'all clap for Andy. She couldn't help it. That's what sanguines do. They just fill in the gap. And so that missing timbre is the sound of our voice when we're not in the house. God made each one of us unique. And just like that A flat was supposed to sound out on all those important notes, it was missing.